The rain pelted down in relentless sheets, obscuring the silhouette of an old mansion that loomed menacingly against the night sky. Tucked away in the forest, this house had a reputation that sent shivers down the spines of the bravest souls. Local legends spoke of whispers in the darkness, ghostly apparitions, and chilling cries that could curdle your blood. It was into this sinister abode that four friends Evelyn, Mark, Sarah, and Jake decided to venture, driven by a mix of curiosity and a dare. "It's just a house," Jake scoffed, pushing open the creaking front door. The air was thick with must and neglect. Cobwebs hung like ghostly garlands, and the furniture was shrouded in white sheets. Their footsteps echoed eerily as they moved through the grand foyer, its grandeur long faded into decay. "Look at this place," Evelyn whispered, her voice trembling. "It's like it's frozen in time." Sarah, always the skeptic, rolled her eyes. "Let's just get this over with." The group spread out, flashlights cutting through the oppressive darkness. Mark found an old portrait on the wall, its painted eyes seeming to follow him. As he stared, the eyes glinted with a malevolent red hue. He blinked, and they were normal again. Shaking his head, he moved on, uneasy. They reconvened in what must have been the living room. A grand piano stood in one corner, its keys yellowed with age. Jake, ever the provocateur, couldn't resist. He plunked down a dissonant chord, and the sound reverberated ominously. Suddenly, the temperature plummeted. Their breaths misted in the air as an inexplicable cold swept through the room. They heard it then, a faint whispering, growing louder, more insistent. "We should leave," Evelyn said, her eyes wide with fear. But as they turned to go, the door slammed shut with a deafening bang. Sarah screamed, and then they all saw it, a shadowy figure materializing in the doorway. Its form was indistinct, like smoke, but its presence was undeniable. "Who dares disturb my rest?" a voice echoed, low and guttural. Panic surged through the group. They bolted for another exit, but every door they tried was locked or blocked by unseen forces. The whispers turned into agonized wails, filling the house with a cacophony of despair. In their desperation, they stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading to the basement. Fearing what lurked above more than the unknown below, they descended into the pitch-black depths. The basement was a labyrinth of old wine racks and forgotten relics. Their flashlights flickered as if the very darkness sought to snuff them out. And then they found it, a small, dusty journal lying on an old table. Mark opened it, hands shaking. The entries were a madman's ravings, speaking of dark rituals and unholy pacts. One phrase repeated, "The house is alive." The walls seemed to close in, the shadows reaching out like claws. The ghostly figure reappeared, more defined now, its eyes burning with anger. "You should not have come," it hissed. With a burst of adrenaline, they made a frantic dash for the stairway, racing against the overwhelming sense of doom. They burst through the front door, the ghost's wails echoing behind them. The night air was a cold balm against their frayed nerves. They didn't stop running until they were far from that cursed place. The mansion stood silent once more, a dark sentinel guarding its secrets. But they knew the house was more than haunted. It was a living entity, feeding off the fear of those who dared to cross its threshold. And it would always be waiting for the next victims to satisfy its insatiable hunger.